Hi everyone, it's Shannon from For the Love of Paper, and I have an update. The journal has a face. For whatever reason, my camera ran out of storage. I don't even know how that's possible because I literally deleted hundreds of photos just the other day and videos from making videos for YouTube. So there was more than enough storage in there. I have no idea why it cut off after 33 minutes, and I probably was talking for an hour before I realized it stopped at 33. So just a little update. I used some vintage like lace trim in the background there. I used a piece of decorative paper and this gratitude little label. This is the acorn that was hanging around. I used embossing on it just to pull these two together. I haven't decided. Where did it go? I have another little piece, and I was thinking about putting this button here to kind of counter, like, weigh the two corners, but I haven't decided. Now whenever I turn it that direction, I really like that looking through the camera. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't decided. This is just a piece of trim that I have it tied together with. I'm not sure if I had showed. I had done that. But I'm thinking this was probably close to the last thing you saw. Then there was this little fox stamp, that addition there. This like sticker here. This tab pops out. There's a pocket here. This is just finishing the last signature. There's a spot here, and I figured I'd add something to embellish it. I added a little washi tape because that was bending. Here's another little sticker, a little cluster up here. Mushrooms down here. This is a pocket. I just added this little stamp. This little girl, it says autumn here. I add a little writing spot there. This has a tab and a mushroom stamp. This is just a little cluster spot that says candle. A piece of autumn imagery there. A butterfly. This washi tape, and then this image, and then that's the end. So what I need to do is go back through, maybe add pieces of fabric and fill all the pockets with things. I'm quite mad at myself because I found a whole pouch that I hadn't realized that I didn't pull out. So I actually have this much more of the pieces that I must not have put in the book. I have some autumn stickers that are pretty big. I have some ephemera pieces over here, labels from the Junk Journal Studio and ephemera pieces as well. I don't remember what this is from, but it's just like some die cuts, ephemera, and then these mushroom pieces. So I actually had more to work with than I realized. I did pull these two out, whether these go on decorations on tags or journal cards or something. I pulled those. There's another one somewhere. Because it's like a maple leaf. Oh no. Well, there was another one. I did pull out some different fabrics. This was coffee dye. This was coffee dyed or tea dye. This. I don't think that was. This was. These are other just like this was. These are just fall pieces, ruffles, trim. These fall colors. I also have these ribbons pulled. So some things to work with there. I want to just run through and see if I want to stick these stickers anywhere, and then I'm going to move them because they have a smell to them. Like in the abundance of them, it's like this stuff. Ugh, I don't even know why I just smelled it. But I'm just going to run through, see if I could use anything anywhere. I had got these off of Amazon last year, I'm pretty sure. I do think, oops, let me take that off. I like some of these, like this feather. I think this mushroom. And I don't know that I'm gonna get that off of there. I like that, like a eucalyptus looking thing, but maybe this acorn and this leaf. Here's another piece of that eucalyptus. I think I can probably get to this a little bit easier. That. Just was looking for like a, what was the color of that other mushroom? Brown, like a red mushroom. Oh, I forgot about these. Maybe this little guy right here. Okay, so let me get these away from me. All right, so I think I'm gonna just go ahead and place all these in. Is that all of them? Move those out of the way. Move this up. Okay, now we're in. I'm gonna go ahead and place these throughout here. Just somewhere where it looks like could use something. Maybe here. Oops. They are clear, so I'm gonna get as close as I can. I should also make sure we have no issues with recording. Yeah, we're fine. I don't know why I did that. All right, so get rid of this. These are like very, I don't know if the word's realistic, but that's there, and that's gonna be a writing spot. Oops, this goes on here. There isn't anything here. Maybe this little acorn. I couldn't even tell you what brand they are because I just have them in the stack. I have no idea. But this makes it look thick, but they're really not as thick when you peel them. All right. There's a maple leaf there, or a maple something. Let's go back this way a little bit. Okay. How about, there's a feather right there, so that's too close for that. A little stick there. butterfly there. I was gonna say maybe a feather there. Let's put something on here. Let's put this feather on this page. All right. So we have a mushroom, this like eucalyptus looking thing. I'm gonna put this, because it's kind of some of the same colors, just over here. I think I might put a label over that. So that there. All right, let's go back this way. I have a mushroom and this eucalyptus looking thing. With the way this is shaped, it almost has to be on like this side. It would just take up too much of a page. Maybe there. Those are good colors, so I'll do that there. And then we just have the little mushroom. I just must have never pulled out this pouch that had all these things in it. I focused on those books and didn't even dig through this whole bin. I'm gonna put it like that. There we go. And then this little baby mushroom. It's cute. It's gonna stick out at me. So put it here. Maybe with that red. It says put it here. Okay. That little guy there. Gather up some of these trash pieces. Be a little bit more efficient in what I'm doing. Okay. Now this, I don't know if these are duplicates. I don't know what the purpose of these being in here compared to looking for that spot. It's right here somewhere. You probably can't see what I'm digging through. Oh, I appear to have backed some of them. That's what's different. This is like a velvet. I want to say mushroom. It's obviously not a mushroom. It's a butterfly. I like that. Yeah, these are backed. Maybe I printed them on, I didn't back them. Maybe I just printed them on card. as opposed to, that's not, that is. It's hard to say, but we're gonna put this on there. Whoa. It must not, this new pin I put in here must not be a stainless steel, and I just dropped that on my sweatpants. Where'd that butterfly go? I'm not sure that it's right, but I just want to see it again. Maybe, there it is. I can't tell if there's these punches here were supposed to come out of there, or if they're maybe supposed to come this direction. I'm gonna cut them off. I know you couldn't see that, but sounds like velvet. It's got some fabric pieces on that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. Just like that. Okay. So, unless there's something else that sticks out, we're gonna start doing things that go in pockets. And I have a few things that definitely hold for sure, and then some cardstock pieces. So, let me put all of these. Well, I could use some of these on. I'll just set them off to the side. Maybe they will have life, maybe they won't. Okay. So this is wallpaper. I want to turn this into maybe like a journal card. I'm not sure that it's straight any which direction. No, it's definitely not there. That's still not even kind of. I'm not sure which part isn't. This one. Okay. So that's not the right one. It's this one. Okay. Now I need to back it. And I do have some pieces here. Will this fit on the straw paper? It will. Okay. Get the glue book. I had bought, I can tell you where this wallpaper came from. I had bought, whenever I first started, so a few years ago, a really old wallpaper sample book that was huge. And when I say huge, it was, what can I compare it to? I don't know if you know what I mean by like a art portfolio that you put art in, but it was really big, and then it had lots of pages in it. That was then the wallpaper. So I took it out, took it apart, and took the wallpaper samples out. had like a variety too. So there's that. I cannot use this because this is what it was wrapped up in. Let me get this out of the way. I don't know that's really the right color. Just look in here. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. This color. I do like this. They're just plain sari silk. Let's add something to it. No. It needs it's not a good color. There's these pears. Let's see if I cut a little bit closer to these pears, what an ingot. I really want to finish this as soon as possible, as if I don't have 22 minutes. It's still recording. I have a lot, obviously more ideas of things. Other styles. This is just the one I started with. Kind of a mix of everything. Very eclectic. Okay, and I have some music paper. I think it needs to be a little bit longer. I probably have a bunch of stuff here for collage. Okay, I'm wondering if I use that, then this would be a good topper. Maybe a label. I just saw something on the corner of my eye. Let's see. I think this will bring the colors together. So I think. I'm gonna put it a little bit higher like that, and then put this off to the side and that up there, not as low to the bottom. Sounds like a better option. That's gonna go up there. Gotta be careful with that little leaf. And then this label. And what I think I'm gonna do is thinking about just stapling it if I could get it to lay the way I wanted. That. Come on. There we go. You know what I did? I caught it from the back. Oh my gracious. You come out of there. Day in a life. Okay. And I'm gonna put some washi tape over that. Staple. This might need a little ironing. Or a steamer or something. Maybe they're too long. Are they too heavy? Because that one was going the other direction. It's a top loading. There's that. This I think could use something. Where's the pieces I had earlier? Those little pieces that were not the right size. To ink. Looks like I did a little, but I'm gonna add a little bit more. I didn't stick this on. I'm using what's already on there. Just to knock back the white. Yes, that noise is terrible. This major fear. This thing is going to cut off. We're still going. We're at 29 minutes. Okay. Just looking. This little tiny piece. I think I'll just put right there. Now you can't see what I'm doing at the present second. There. And that was in here. Oh, something needs to go in here. looking at the different things I have here. I think that one, because of the coloring, I think that will be good. So let's start with this. I cannot tell you where this sheet would be from. I don't even know if I should guess. It looks to me like it could be Paper Outposts and some of her digi-kits. I think that's what she calls them, but I'm not positive. I'm gonna put that lower and then put a label there, and definitely ink. So I'll probably at least have one more video to finish decorating, or adding to the pockets, decorating it like that. Just put this down here. I also think I'm gonna add just a little, oops. Get off of me. Just a little strip of washi there, and then a label. Where did I put them? Let's see what this one looks like. Potentially. How many hours do you think I'd put into this thing? Some people say, I don't know if I want to spend that much for a journal. Do you understand the amount of time? And I've done stuff off camera. The whole pulling the pages, creating the signature, sewing it in to even get started. It's a lot. Why don't you want to come out? I'm gonna have to remember I need to put a new pin in that. I'm actually gonna put it on this side since I put that on that side. So there's writing space on the back, and that's in there. This needs something more than just what goes in here. I need something. I had seen, oh, it's going underneath the sewing machine. This thing. May rich blessings, plenty, peace, and prosperity be yours this autumn day. And a little collage behind there. Look how brittle this is. Ugh. I don't know that I want that blue, so can I tear this ever so slightly? That dark blue. Yes, there's blue on there. as much, but it almost seems like it needs to be on this side, and it blends too much after that. Here's some book page with numbers. I think it's this color that's probably throwing it off. I don't think I like this. Maybe that's what it is with it. It's too matchy. There we go. If I take that away and bring the other piece back. Nope. I'm just gonna put that there. I think what I originally did was I didn't like that I wanted to make these cardstock. So whenever I was cutting them out of the book, I was backing them and then cutting them. But then I realized I don't think I want everything cardstock. So I stopped and put them in that other book. So this is what now needs to be turned into something to go in there. There's nothing on this side either, interestingly enough. Let's cut this. I can't cut that side first because it's not even. This isn't even. I gotta go up to this side. All right. I have, whether it's wide enough is the question. Nope. Can't get rid of that. Need that. That's definitely not, I can tell. Nope. Come up this one. Nope. Why did it, oh, it's this one. That's wider. Just looking. Let me cover that lid. I think I'm gonna put it on this one, and then what's on this side? Ooh. Now I kind of like it on that one. I'm gonna put it on this one. The orange can be writing in the back. Blue first, cut later. Center this. All right. I think this is going to be a good topper with those colors, so. Strip here. Where is my regular scissors? Ugh, it's not cut far enough. Okay. I think I'm gonna staple that through to not get rid of the nutmeg. Does that sound silly? So it's gonna be a tab. You can do it. You can do it. Like that, and then on this side, you can't even really tell. I'm just gonna put a little piece of this wood washi. So then this girlfriend, you didn't measure. May we get this to still work? Were you saying that? You didn't measure the pocket. You did not measure the pocket. I mean, you can go a little bit closer on this one. Oh, we're saved. So there's going to be writing on the back. You know what? I don't think that that's going to need that, to be honest with you, because that's not going to stick on the fabric. This, I'm not, the thread must have loosened, but it's not going anywhere. Trick. There we go. So that's going to now be peeping out the top. Like that. All right. We made it to that pocket. This pocket already has something. What could we add? Just looking. I don't have a what about this? That. And which side's what? That. I feel like I saw somewhere buttons. Is it in what I pulled out? Maybe we need orange, because that's so bright. I'm not gonna get that close, so I'm gonna have to get in here and cut it out. Okay. The button a little dirty. I don't think I made it dark enough. That's better. Actually, it's on itself slid in there. Do I like that better, or do I want it on top? I want it on top. Just like that. Because you would have buttons on the sweater. I didn't even think about that. There you go. This is backed, yes. right, moving along. That. I wonder if I want to put a little tab. Like a piece of this, maybe. I don't even know that I want it as a tab. It's just like a little cluster. What about a smaller button? And I don't know. I think, no, that's definitely too big. The size of the circle I was gonna pull out. Circle punch. Definitely too big. So let's look at this. There is no magic to cutting out a circle, in my opinion, other than you spin the paper, not the scissors. Still may end up looking like a pumpkin and not a button, but I had a thought. I wonder if I put a brad through there. No, it's not in there, it's not in there. I may ruin this. It's a risk I'm willing to take. See what I was doing. I just added that, like, so the button part of it's gone. It's just a circle now. Let's add a little embellishment there. This needs something here. I'm not really using glue, so I should cover that. Got some good glue on there. How about some bronze buttons? Oh, I'm grabbing the butterflies. I don't know if any of these are dark enough. I'm at 50 minutes. Potentially make that look darker. Don't really like the pattern on that one. Did I throw it back in here? The one I kind of liked? I think I did. Just like words. Right, there it is. Let me hold that one out. Checking this one. This is burgundy. What's this one? No. Okay. Let's ink this one. I want to staple it on there. A tiny attacher. Tiny attachers out of staples. Oh goodness, it's almost 6 o'clock. Let's bring you back. Okay. And then here, is this the yellow washi? I did not put chapstick on before I started this video, and I can feel it. I'm just gonna tear that part off. It's kind of wrinkled. There we go. So there's that. That just added something there. These are all flip outs. Part of me really wanted to do something to this. Like it just feels like it needs something. I know I used November somewhere else. Is there any other long ones? Oh, whoops. I know I use Give Thanks. Pumpkin seeds. Apple cider. I wish that said something else. Those. I need something long and narrow like that. Okay. Let's see. I really like the pumpkin, but I feel like it's too big. I did add some inking to that. That could be part of why I don't like it. So let's add more inking. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh. It's not that I don't like it. It just needs, it feels like it needs something. Or you could say you don't like it. It's a terrible cut job. Okay. Sometimes whenever I do this type of decorating, I use the hot glue gun. Not sometimes, most times, but it's not on. Okay. Nope, give it up. All right, so that just added something there. This needs done. Let's see how far. If I do this one, that's already, oh, something needs to go in there. There's part of something in there. So I could potentially be halfway. One, two, and then this thing is 3. I might need to stop though. Yes, it's 57 minutes. I'm gonna stop, and I didn't even get halfway through, so it's gonna be more than a video. Ugh. Dedication. I'm dedicated. I'll keep going. All right, so that's gonna, maybe I'll prep. That's what I'll do. Instead of just planning, I'll think about through what I'm gonna do, and then just have it all ready to go. I just have to think off the cuff. I think too much. All right, well, progress is being made. I love adding the textiles to this with the fabric. And then, like I said, as more things are added, and I anticipate paper clipping some things, like this one I did here, but that would add some to the side as well, some pieces, so that's gonna have things peeking out there. So, I'm thinking this is inked. It's just old from the book. I'm gonna try and use maybe a magic eraser and see if that comes off, but I'm not gonna go too deep with it because I'm not ruining anything. It's just part of the character of the book. It's around these, it's kind of that same colors around the edges too, so it might have just been what it was sitting on or near. I don't know. All right, well, I will see you guys back again soon. Have a good evening. Bye.